I don't know what the deal is. Hold on 1 second. I need to get myself back into the group. Thankfully, I have technically 2 microphones. Because for some reason the other one's not working. Well, I guess technically I have 3 microphones that I can use, all connected to my computer. Oh my goodness, that was so frustrating. Okay, that's great. So now that you can hear me, welcome to the Creative Kinship Event Group. I'm Tonya with Tonya's Crafting Creations. I'm also the one who's hosting the event. We've had a lot of good crafters and really nice crafts that everyone's made so far. So this event is Holy Week. So we're kind of doing a little mixture. I moved my stuff. Here it is. I moved my stuff when I was fighting with my microphone. So I have 2 of these frames. That's why I was asking if it was just Ty, because she was the first one who said it, or if it was everyone. But at least it's fixed now. Hi Veronica. Hi Pamela. Hi Gina. Don't think I missed anyone else at the moment. Unless there's... Oh, hi Tammy. It is not showing me the same comments on everything. That's weird. Anyways, I have 2 of these. Oh, it fell. I'm like, I know I have 2. And they're both identical. They have this weird, like, thing that slides, but it doesn't really hold it in. So I'll just glue it in place. And I'm using this printable from the nesting box. So it has the sheet music in the back, and then it has my Jesus. Let me tell you about my Jesus, and then you've got your church, and then I'm not sure if that's a hymnal or a Bible. And then for the other one, I'm going to put this one in it. So they'll be matching. Hi, Tammy. I shouldn't have to. I was going to say I shouldn't have to paint that. These always end up getting unblocked. Of course, it had to happen today of all days. I don't feel that great, so I don't know why. It seems like stuff always happens when you're not feeling good. It's a coming. Oh my goodness. It's like it's trying to come. I'm assuming it's like one of those gross little booger looking things is trying to come out, I think. And I don't like it. And I don't remember where my poopy thing is. There it is. I can't hold ahead of anything, or keep hold of anything today. Oh, yeah, that was gross. It was a pretty big one in there. No wonder I couldn't get the stupid thing to squeeze. There we go. I think I got it. Good enough, anyways. I think there's more than one. I can work with it. Actually, I'm going to use the bigger one. So these are Mod Podge brushes. I like these here that have the tannish one instead of the white, because the white ones tend to come out when you're brushing, and these don't. They come in 2 different sets. You can get this one, and then it comes with one that's like twice the width, and then they have like these, and they come with one more. Except I'm not sure exactly where I put the other one yet. Might be in the other room. I had someone order glass, the big glass cutting boards that are tempered glass that I put fabric on. And I did a horse one for my aunt, and I did some smaller ones for Ty that had I think it was a barn or something on it. You know what? It helps to actually plug the iron in. I have not been in my craft room since the last time I was live. No, Callie's not even in here. Callie was laying in a box. My dogs like boxes, all except for Bindi. Bella and Callie love boxes. Oh, you did that yesterday? Yeah, that happens. It's like you go to use your glue tool and it's like, oh, I forgot to plug that in. Doesn't really work great if you don't plug it in. It's like one day my brother was cooking something on the stove. I think he was making like macaroni and cheese or something. And he put the pan of water on the stove and he forgot to turn the water or turn the burner on. Oh my goodness. He went in to see if it was boiling yet, and it's like, he's like, I didn't even turn it on. But hey, I've done that too. It happens, unfortunately. It is so sticking hilarious because whenever we're cooking or something, Callie like refuses to leave the kitchen. She absolutely refuses to leave the kitchen. She's just like, I know there's going to be food. I'm not leaving. And if you're like out of there for too long, she ends up running into the living room or wherever we're at, and then looks at us and makes a little growling noise, and then goes and runs back into the kitchen and like, are you coming or not? Mostly if the timer goes off. I might as well work on getting both of those going here and dry at the same time. But yeah, Callie is an ornery little fart. Very ornery fart. She's my little poop head. She's the boss of the house. And if she goes and visits someone, she's the boss of their house. If you hear barking, that's Callie. I think my brother got up and Callie decided to bark. I don't even think Callie realized I was in here. She got distracted with her nap, and I think I got too much on here this time. Last time it wasn't enough, and this time it's too much. I don't see a clog on there. I'm used to getting too much sometimes, so I'm kind of used to being able to get it on back in the bottle without making a mess. Hi, Sarah. And I buried my soybeans. I want to pull that over on it so that it... Ow. Dropped the frame on my foot. Oh, welcome, Sue. You're from Mississippi. I'm from Oregon. And now, if you guys see any crafters that you're not following, definitely go ahead and check them out. You might like a craft that they make. If you make your own, or if you also craft and don't have a page but want to share your crafts, I do have a group that you can share. You can go post your crafts on there. I kind of feel nice and warm on my leg. And it's all pinned at my, or in the future section on my page. It's just like Tonya's craft sharing group or something like that. And then anyone who does have a page and who might be interested in doing events, feel free to message me and we can get you signed up to be in an event. Oh, I didn't see that one. Welcome, Gloria. It's actually the same name as my aunt. And that one actually dried pretty much on its own. I don't really need them completely dry. I do need my parchment paper. Okay, so if you didn't see the first one, This is the first one that I'm going to do. Now, I do need to, with this one mostly, I need to make sure that the words at the top aren't hidden. There we go. So this one's not going to quite go up to the top. Always make sure if you're doing it in a frame that you try putting it in the frame before you actually attach your printable to the paper, or to the, this one's a canvas that I'm using, because sometimes, depending on how thick your frame is, it might cover up some of your wording or some of an image that you don't want covered. And if you want to try and keep your image from bleeding, like if you're, or smearing, like if you're going to seal it with Mod Podge, if you take it, and they sell these mats on Amazon, you can get them like, I think some are like $10. And you just sit that on your table, you sit your printable on it, put parchment paper over the top, and then iron it. And I wouldn't do like a quick iron, but just iron it. I don't know if there's a set time, but just kind of take your time on it, and then you can, once you do that, then Mod Podge it onto your surface. You're gonna fall. Come here. And then once you do that, then you can go ahead and put the Mod Podge over the top. You don't want Mom to put the arm around you like that. Oh, I love you, but you need a haircut. Her groomer was backed up, so she couldn't get into the groomer until I think it's the 20th of this month. She's getting a little shaggy. You're gonna be a shaggy little dog. Ribbon. Got your hair all sticking up every direction, and okay, that corner needs down more. You can do that to seal it in on regular computer paper and tissue paper. It does not, or at least I haven't been able to get it to work on rice paper. Maybe you have to do it longer, but I haven't been able to I haven't had much luck. Let's put it that way. Okay. So I've got that attached. I don't know if you can see, but it's not, like, the paper's not all the way up to the top here, but you won't see it. Let's go ahead and get this other one on here. Try not to drop anything here. And I kind of want to try doing the same thing with it. Just to make sure I'm getting as much as the image that I want, which that's taking up some words. So it needs to go over this way more. Depending on the frame, sometimes you can grab a hold of part of it and pull it. Maybe a tad bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then you're going to move everything out of the way, sit it flat down, and it moved. I might need to cut off some of the edge. And it's kind of in my way here. Now, I found both of these frames at Goodwill. So definitely check out your Goodwill stores because you never know what you'll find. Yeah, that's right. So this one here just says, he is a lion and the lamb. And it just has a church and then a lion in the background and a cross and then some cute little lambs at the bottom. And this one also is from the nesting box. I believe so. Yeah. I had to think for a minute. I know I did get some from Etsy, but not for this. I type up the music each week for my church. It's a small church. And make the PowerPoint for the screen for the words. And then the pastor puts his scriptures and stuff that he's going to be talking about on there. And so I found some printables and different little icons that I can use and stuff for backgrounds for like behind the music and stuff like that, or behind the words for the music. And I found a good deal on them. It was like $1 something, and it came with quite a few, like Bibles with different like one had sunflowers on them. I don't remember what else. Then crosses that kind of matched. You can get a lot of printables from Etsy. And for very good deals. And I just used, I didn't say the size of the canvas, so looks like this canvas is about a 10 by 8. And they fit perfect in the back of the picture frames. And I've used this size for quite a few different picture frames. Whew. Oh, I hate that stuff blowing up in my face. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. And next, we're going to go ahead and seal it in really quick. It's harder to seal in when it's in the picture frame. I kind of wish this one wasn't quite as shiny, but that's all right. I know they have the matte Mod Podge, the super matte Mod Podge, but I've never purchased it. Okay, thank you, Gina. Okay, I'm going to set that one up here. Start sealing in that one. The worst part when you're trying to seal it in is if you have red. If you have red or pink, then you're going to have usually a problem with it trying to blend. And when you're sealing it in, you might start getting some little bubbles here and there, but you'll be able to get rid of those when you dry it. Does anyone have anything planned this weekend? We've been having quite a bit of wind here. Didn't really get much sleep last night. Someone must have had like a box on their porch or something, and it was blowing around out, back and forth out in front of the house off and on all night. And I don't know what else, but there was a lot of stuff making noise out there last night. a little bit of a gloss. And then they do have this that you can get from Plaid. Plaid is the company that makes Mod Podge. And it has a little squeegee on one side and the roller on the other to help get rid of any bubbles that you might have underneath. And if you put a little heat on it while you're doing it, it helps get it out. I don't know if we've had any rain. I didn't really go outside a whole lot. But I know we've had the rain. The wind. And like if you only have like the roller for a Cricut, you could use that too. And like in place of this, you could use the squeegee from your Cricut. Just be careful, those have sometimes little sharper sides and you could maybe damage it a little bit. The rollers are just the same. They're rollers. Not a whole lot of difference there. It's just nice to have all in one. Okay. So we've got that one there. And that one there. Now the other thing I need to make sure is I actually put it the right direction. And not upside down. What's going on? I hit a button. Yeah, we've been getting colder temperatures here. It'll be sometimes warmer during the day and then we'll get cold at night. It's not pleasant. Oh, what do I want to use? Let's go with a combination. Oh my goodness, that is not in there good. Okay, I'm gonna have to hammer that back in at some point. Stick a little glue in there to help. This is a very, very old frame. Let's get the nails pushed in a little more. Oh my goodness, they're all out. These would not hold the frame in good for nothing. Or a glass in. But I love the look of these old frames. Okay, I don't need that one. I don't know where I did with that one, but that's all right. Yeah, if you look back through some of my lives, I did one that had Oh, it was a cross that had, it was in a really thick frame. And it had a cross on it with lilies, white lilies. Okay, I think I'm going to use some of this Titebond. And then a little hot glue. Oh, hi, Layla. And hi, Lulu. Okay. I wanted to make sure I did it the right way. I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, did I do it upside down? Okay, I'm going to let that sit there for a minute. So I'm doing Titebond on the inside part here. And then I'll do hot glue on the outside, on the back. If the frame was thicker, I could technically do a staple, but I don't think it's thick enough. I think with this old frame, it would just probably split it somewhere. Hi, Teresa. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I can do this one, not a big deal, the hot glue. And I'm just going in the crack and going over the top part a little. There we go. I'm live on YouTube also, but I had to ban and block somebody. I didn't even want to see what they were attempting to stick and spell out. Every comment was one letter. Oh my goodness. Usually when I go live, I usually always go live on both Facebook and YouTube. I don't always have issues, but every once in a while I do. Hi, Wanda. Keep sticking my finger in the glue. It's okay. I'll set that like that. Should be fine. Need another glue stick. I need to post a couple crafts that I did when I didn't do them live. I just did them when I was in the living room when I wasn't feeling good. Well, I'm still not feeling great, but I did a Easter bunny and used the thick, chunky yarn and wrapped it around it, and then used felt for the ears and everything, and put some flowers on, and it was really cute. And then I did a St. Patrick's Day clover. If I have enough, I might try and do that live one of these days. I'm in a St. Patrick's Day event coming up here. And then up after me is Laurie with By Faith I'm Still Crafting with Laurie. If you're not following her, definitely go ahead and follow her. You may have been following an older page, but she does have a new page now, which is that one that I just said. And it's linked in the description too. And usually what I do is I end up on the back of these, I will use the brown paper to cover up like where you see the glue. And I don't really trust that hanger where it's at because it's so loose. So I'll end up putting it higher. And then cover this part up so you don't actually see all the hot glue. But that's what this one here looks like in the frame. Boy, they're heavy. And then this is what the other one looks like in the frame. And honestly, if you didn't want to hang them, you could sit them in one of those stands and let them sit like that on a stand. You wouldn't have to actually hang them. You could just sit them on a table or entry table or anything like that. I wasn't sure if that would take up all the time or not. So I did have another thing I could have done, and if I did have more time still. But not really enough time for the other thing. But those did turn out cute. But I do have this cross that I did want to put rocks on. So, I mean, I do have 5 more minutes that I can do that. I did one before and gave it to my church. Last year or the year before. And I bought this cross from Hobby Lobby. They still have them this year. It says He's Risen, and it comes with that. It was a little different shade of brown, so I painted that, and then I added this stand on it because it was one that just hung on the wall. But it's like top heavy. It falls over, like you breathe on it and it will fall over. So it needs something more on the base. I had different rocks last time, but what I was wanting to do is just kind of sit some of these. This one might be cuter because it's got the different colored rocks. But I was wanting to sit the different rocks around on it and glue them and help weigh it down, basically. Because as you can see, as I'm doing it, it's wiggling. And then I kind of was going to put like fabric on, draped over it, but I didn't have the right color, so I'll have to do that another time. The last time I had all black rocks. And they were like all the exact same color. Oh my goodness, go away. You know glue strings, they like to stick. I'm not entirely sure where I got these. Because like there's a huge different variety of sizes. So I took one of the, I don't know what you call them, like, it's like one of the plaque signs that have the beveled edge, and painted it, and then, well, I actually put it together first. I took 2 Jenga blocks and put it behind to hold it up, and then glued that to the base, but it still, there was no way it was going to stand up on its own, so it needed help badly. And you just kind of fit the rocks wherever they may fit. And then you have these little tiny ones that will fit in some of the other spots to kind of fill in here and there. And of course, you know, my nose has to itch while I'm doing this. Hi, Cosette. This is my third craft. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. I didn't really get a whole lot of sleep last night with all the wind. Because the wind would blow, something would go flying, and then the dogs would bark. When you have dogs and it's windy, it's not a very good combination. I can tell you that much. Mostly when my dogs just like to bark at the wind in general. And there was like a cat out there in heat, it sounded like. Out there browling. Has been the past couple days. And it will have to find a different home because it's not coming here. We've got enough animals. We have 3 dogs and 3 cats. And we don't need another. I will leave that one last. Oh, I'm 3 minutes over. Okay. I got distracted. So go check out By Faith, I'm Still Crafting with Laurie. She's linked in there. And I will post a picture of the craft after the live. Have a good day.